They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bell. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. They come into the season, #1 recruiting class in the country. Think we'll see those freshmen much?
You dang right we will. I mean, you don't recruit like they did this offseason and be the #1 team in the country without getting a ton of impact guys that come in and contribute day one. Palmer, there's a lot of young, exciting faces.
Yeah, they don't look like freshmen either. I mean, these guys look like grown men. And remember, in recruiting, a lot of these kids were promised to get on the field very, very early. For this team to have the success they're hoping to have, absolutely these freshmen have got to go.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Reads it, fires complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
A lot of coaches talk about scripting the first series. You could tell the script reads, get that wide receiver the football because he can make plays. The quarterback, you could tell he has confidence in his guy. He finds him, and he does the rest.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the left side. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of... half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Dyer. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Pulls it in. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Throwing right. He makes the catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
The Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. A run for the quarterback.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Bulls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Power football with the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Bulls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Extending the play. Got some room into the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Haynes. Bust through behind his pad. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskers!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that ball's free behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll try the run. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. To the air, it's Dyer. Oh, they're after him! And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Bulls are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Get it out on the screen. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Let's take a minute to talk about the big picture for Buffalo. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Bulls kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28th.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Got his man out of the backfield. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Makes the grab on 3rd. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buffalo!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. At the 45 on his way. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And those are the plays you dream about. You blitz, you bring the absolute lumber. Those big hits, man, those can set the tone. And that makes a decision for this offensive player. Do I really want to go near that guy again?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Grab behind the line. It's Bell. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 6 over Southern Miss. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Dyer. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And the Bulls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Fires to the big fella. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And I think this...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Bulls will have it 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. To throw, it's Dyer. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Might be changing the route. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Bulls. Fit it in the window for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Hold and fire complete. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football.
Oh, he's got some space. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go right back to the run. At the 35, he's open. Flying down the right side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Buffalo! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Johnson. Got enough for the first. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's McClure.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the lone running back. Breaks into the open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Touchdown, Huskers! They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Dropping back, it's Dyer. He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds a tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Flips it out to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Wants to throw. It's Dyer. He's got him. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Has to get there to move the sticks. He'll be stopped and knocked out of bounds, short of the line to gain. It'll be a turnover on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move, it's Haynes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Running to the left. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. There he goes. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Pulls and fires complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One final play before the end of the quarter. The run to the left. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll immediately call timeout. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Dyer. Dumps it to the back. He makes the grab. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
The Bulls really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Turning it on! The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
They're going to ride this running back. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. And the Bulls look to keep this drive humming. Here's the handoff.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Under fire. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Dyer. Fires complete on the crosser.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Puts it out of the air. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And the Bulls started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the red zone, looking for a man. Using the quick game. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. This is a designed run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And, man, that is a great tackle. And your safeties have to be great tacklers, especially nowadays with all these quarterbacks that want to run. These good athletes like this guy right here, nice job being in space, getting him to the ground. That is a tough ask, but, man, did he do it right there.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. Open space at the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Scanning the field, it's Dyer. He's got him this time. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback. Dropping back.
The discard, and he's running free. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Lost to throw again. Got him downfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
And the Bulls didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's got his man across the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Calls his own number. Touchdown, Buffalo. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And the extra point is good. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Got his man in the middle. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
He wants a big play here late. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Somehow fits it into that traffic. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to